What does Kenny Omega do as an executive vice president, as well as the Young Bucks?
I guess they help Tony. I don't know.
No one seems to know. That's the weirdest thing. No one seems to quite...
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm reacting to shit that I see on Reddit. I figure I did this a couple times in the past, and it was fun to look back on the week of wrestling Reddit, squared circle, and see if there's anything interesting out there to react to. And that was a bit of a doozy. This was from an interview from something called Wrestling Shoot Interviews, which is a great name for a channel. Sometimes you just gotta narrow right into what it is. And Tully Blanchard gave an interview where he talked about a lot of stuff when it comes to AEW, and he seemed to be pretty honest and pretty frank about his time there, and that was. Is there anything else to that? There's only 2 seconds left.
I know what they do.
And so it's a funny question because I was looking the other day at the AEW YouTube channel, and if you go back and you click on the oldest tab, it's interesting to see sort of where AEW came from, and it's easy to forget just how much the origins of AEW were completely and totally like the Young Bucks and friends. You know, it was like the Young Bucks, Kenny, and then Kenny had, they had gone out to like China or something and found, God, it wasn't China. It was something like that, where it was like OWE. They had found some wrestlers, and of course, Kenny brought over a couple of Joshi wrestlers, including Riho. And it was basically like, the independent world, which a lot of that sort of, was just seemingly the elite going out and picking and choosing people from the independent world and bringing them in. And then eventually, as sort of time went on, it turned more into, well, let's sign these ex-WWE guys. And Cody left. And I wonder if Cody just sort of realized, well, I don't really do anything as an EV, or the EVPs, our power is kind of nebulous. I'm not shaping the programming as much as I'd like to, but I've built up all this leverage, and I can go over to WWE and cash it in. And so that just sort of left Kenny and the Young Bucks as the EVPs. And now it's like, well, what exactly do they do now? I was on Twitter the other day, and I saw Kenny Omega sort of poking fun at the MJF, Devil's Henchman story. And I was like, I don't think that's what an EVP is supposed to do. but I guess they're there, and it's what they do. But yeah, I'm kind of curious as to what the actual power structure there is. Because it seems like if anybody should be an EVP, it should be like Bryan Danielson, who was evidently handing out fines for social media use and on all the other stuff. I don't know. I thought that reaction was pretty great. I'm not, I don't even expect Tully Blanchard to know, he was there and everything, but I don't know. Maybe not all the talent understand exactly what their day-to-day, what they do. For all I know, they do a lot of paperwork and shit. I don't know. I just thought that was a hilarious little clip here on the Reddit. Let's move on and see what else is out there on the Reddit from the last couple days. This is kind of interesting. TNA presents Snake Eyes from Vegas, January 14th, and Kazuchika Okada, a guy who was notoriously treated awful by TNA, I don't know, like 15 years ago or so, or a long time ago, is coming back for the first time, which is cool. It's good. You know what, man? You got to appreciate that the people at Impact Wrestling, I guess now it's TNA starting the new year, you got to appreciate that, Scott D'Amore and all them have really sort of turned the ship around in terms of, at the very least, like the perception of the company. So much so that a guy like Okada, who swore up and down he'd never come back, is coming back. So that's cool. That's good. Good on you, TNA. Okay, this is awesome. It's some fan art, and I love it so much. It's Prince Nana. It's a Prince Nana poster. This is awesome by Vector Ricky. Good job. All right, so do I know what the Ring of Honor Final Battle main event is? Do I even know? So Eddie's the champion, but Is he defending the Ring of Honor title? That doesn't make any sense because it's involved in the thing. What is the main? Is it Athena versus Billy Starks? I want to view the spoiler. You guys okay with that? I hope so. Oh, it is. That's cool. Right on. Athena versus Billy Starks. Hey, good on them. Hopefully Athena comes to cable TV soon. I like this from John Moxley. I don't have many interests other than just the shit that I like. Ain't that the truth for all of us, John? He says if it doesn't involve arm bars and punching people in the face and wrestling and fucking barbed wire and chairs and shit, fucking barbed wire and chairs and shit, then it's really not that interesting to me. I pretty much do that 24/7. Oh man, oh man. Mike Santana. It's so weird that he has a first name. I always just call, or Santana and Ortiz. Santana. He's got a first name, Mike Santana. Find me? Yeah, okay. So I guess the idea is like, apparently Bryan Danielson is is part of the disciplinary committee. And I guess Sean Ross Sapp said that he has fined a couple people for social media behavior. And Santana thinks that I guess he thought that people thought he was one of them. And he laughs that idea off. So, yeah, I don't know. I wonder what you have to do in AEW to get fined for bad social media use. Is it just bitching about your own creative? I don't want to be here anymore. And then you get fined. I wonder how much the fines are. I have so many questions about these fines. This is going to end up being kind of an interesting story, I think. QT Marshall tried quitting AEW in August, but signed a short-term extension on the false assurance that he'd be featured more as a wrestler. I read this from SE Scoops. And apparently, according to their sources, and he'll probably speak on this at some point, he was given assurances that he would, as it says here, that he'd be featured more as a wrestler. And then he didn't do it. Remember, he had that one promo, like, with QTV, which evidently was a Tony Khan idea as well, I guess, which QTV's terrible. But he did that one promo, saying, I'm a proud AAA, Latin American champion. And I'm going to defend this with honor. And then that never happened on AEW programming. And they just sort of took him off. He wasn't there anymore, and then he left. So, I don't know. It'll be an interesting story. The guy just wants to wrestle. He just wants to wrestle. Hopefully, AAA will let him do that some more. All right, this was hilarious. I don't even know. I'll probably get copyright strict if I do it, but I might do it anyways. Let's see if it's going to let me do it. So, basically, I don't want to play this whole thing.
It's married 5 years. 8 years.
So this couple right here is caught on camera. They're interviewed on camera, asking to sort of examine the trust of their marriage. They've been married. He says 5 years. She says 8 years. Probably 8 years. And so in order to test this out, they're asked if they can swap phones. So he goes through her phone, and then he loads up his Snapchat. And then this is what the dude says. They're looking at his Snapchat, who he's talking to, and he says,
let's see if he passes the test. Who is Liv Morgan?
So this poor bastard right here was involved in a conversation with Liv Morgan, WWE superstar, on Snapchat. Because as you guys know, WWE superstars, they love to get on their Snapchat and just talk with ordinary people around the world. And this poor guy, he got caught. Like, obviously, it's not Liv Morgan. And I honestly have such a hard time watching this because I feel bad for the guy. I shouldn't, because he's been trying to have conversations with Liv Morgan.
Because they
Talk to me, Robert.
They sent stuff. I didn't reply back because I asked if she a WWE wrestler. She's like, yeah. And then she kept asking all these questions.
Let's keep swiping up. We gotta look through this.
Oh, no.
Are you single? Do you have children?
Oh.
I didn't answer it. So I thought it was stupid.
You did.
Oh, man. Come on.
Yeah,
You get all of your
He
fans.
said,
You get
oh.
to know all your fans.
Yeah.
That seems fairly innocuous.
Hello, handsome.
Oh.
Just trying to holler at you. You been texting her back?
Nope.
Yep. Yes, you have.
He said
A
nope.
little
She
bit,
said
but I didn't
yep.
pay no attention to her.
Oh, no. Oh, no. And then look at this is great. Look at the look Look at the look that he gives this dude at the end. Watch this. Look at. Oh man. Oh, God damn it, pal. Oh man, what else is going on in the world? What is this? Rossi Ogawa says today's audience at Stardom was 114, the worst ever record. I'm not going to say this or that about what's done. The sales policy of holding available venues of regional shows and simply sending out information on social media is reaching its limits. Man, it's tough out there for wrestling attendance unless you're WWE. Boy, oh boy, let me tell you what. So this was Conan's take on QT Marshall's departure from AEW. He says, this has been building up. He gets paid very well, but he was very frustrated because Tony Khan is the type of guy who changes his mind last minute. He only listens to top guys, which some of them don't have the best interests of the company at heart. Man, oh man, that's kind of harsh there. But I mean, the thing is, Conan kind of like, I think he books a lot of AAA and QT is in AAA. Wouldn't shock me if this kind of info came straight from QT Marshall. Or at least stuff that Conan heard from him. I don't know, man. Oh, look at this. Gold Dust Kiss cards exist. I just heard about these things recently. You can get cards where people kiss. And apparently you get one of Dustin Rhodes. All right, so I'll probably get copyright strike for checking this out. But this is absolutely hilarious. Zelina Vega prank calls Kofi Kingston as an old man. I'll watch the first part of this. But her impression of an old man is absolutely hilarious. Let's see if it'll even let me check this out.
Gerald Hazakav, birthday 12/27/64. I'm looking for my prescription, and I'm hoping that you guys can hurry up and give it to me. I've been trying to get it for 3 months now. My doctor said I don't need a prescription for Viagra, so please, I'd like to be this hurrying up now.
I think you got the wrong number, bro.
I don't have the wrong number. You gave me this number when I saw you, and I said your shoes look stupid.
I think she does this shit live on streams too. And Kofi apparently on Twitter said he had no idea until he saw this post that was her. You should check out the whole thing. It's absolutely hilarious. Her streams on Twitch are really entertaining too. Zelina Vega, Thea Trinidad, she's great. Anyways, that's going to do it for this look at wrestling Reddit. Do this again next week probably, right? Because it's pretty fun. I like to see what's going on out in the world, man. There's a lot of crazy shit out. Look at this, Ultimate Warrior. I can't show this on my stream.